Hello guys, Brian here, and today I'm joined by Ian
Go fuck yourself.
and Thomas.
Hola.
And today we're going to go for our predictions for, hold on, let me say the name properly, the horror show at Extreme Rules.
Which used to be what was it? Extreme Rules, the horror show. They had to fucking change it.
The only horrible thing about it is the fucking name.
It is.
But before we get into that,
Actually, one of the matches are more horrible than that. But go on.
Yeah.
before we get into that, we have some sad news. Do either of you want to be the one to announce it, or shall I?
Go ahead.
You go.
This is going to be the final ever predictions video. And there's going to be one more video after this. It's going to be the punishments video. And then after that, no more Brits talk wrestling.
Unless we come back for a special diagnosis murder episode.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. Dr. Sloan, come at us.
Like,
I want to be honest. One of the biggest reasons I'm pushing for a shutdown at the moment is it's money. Then these punishments is expensive.
it's not just that either. It's with everything that's going on in the world. I can't be asked.
I've got like Scareline and Co to think about. Like I've got to try to push that. Nearly at 500 subs. So if you're listening, go and sub. But we've had fun doing this channel. There's nothing to say that we're never going to come back to it. But right now we need to shut it down.
Just got bigger things to focus on right now.
But we will still be going ahead with the table punishment. I have went out and bought the table.
And there will be a punishment for this one too.
Oh, and I've just remembered something.
What?
Ian,
Brian,
you've got a punishment.
I know I do.
You've stayed quiet this entire time about your punishment.
See how long it would take you to remember.
You've still got, what is it? It's mayo and mustard in it.
I think shit out of me.
So we've still got Ian's punishment today as well.
Right. It's all to play for here then.
Ian, we need to have a Thomas loss, and then our final ever video, every single Warriors will be punished.
We might as well. Thomas, you're doing the punishment anyway. We decided. Me and Brian are adjudicated.
What is
you're doing
this?
the punishment.
What is this?
Right.
What, just because I'm irrelevant?
So
Yeah.
as it turns out, Tom got every single prediction wrong for Extreme Rules.
You know,
Nah.
You know what? I may as well just go for outlandish fucking predictions for this.
No,
The funny thing is, I'll go for outlandish predictions. You know, get every single one right now in fucking WWE.
Probably.
but we'll announce the punishments at the end of this video. There will be a punishment for this on top of the punishments we've still got today. But with that being said, shall we jump into these?
Right, come on.
Yeah,
Then.
go on.
Right, so we start off with Apollo Crews. Oh wait, actually we'll stop for a second. Just in case anybody hasn't like checked up online or anything. Sheamus versus Jeff Hardy, the bar fight, is not happening at Extreme Rules.
Good.
That's happening on the Raw afterwards.
Why?
No idea. I checked up because I was sure Hardy versus Sheamus was meant to be on this card, but no, it's been moved to Raw.
Why is it on Raw when they're both on SmackDown?
Don't
WWE
ask me.
people.
I asked Vince, he'll know.
We're also getting fucking Big Show versus Randy Orton on Raw instead of Extreme Rules. And it's an unsanctioned match as well.
It's silly, but let's go with the ones that we have got. The first one that we've got is the United States Championship match. Apollo Crews versus Montel Vontavious quarter. MVP. Who have you got, Ian?
Apollo.
Apollo retention. I don't even think you need to explain why. Tom?
MVP of cunt, that's why.
I've got MVP.
Oh, really?
I'm guessing neither of you two have actually been watching Raw.
No, no, but it's still MVP at the end of the day.
I know it's not a new title, but who gives a fuck?
They've been pushing them. They've been pushing this unit of MVP and Bobby Lashley.
See, I like the idea of, in case you haven't noticed, I'm going for Apollo Crews, but I like this idea of MVP transitioning into just a managerial role now, because he's good. He is good as a manager. He's good on the mic and everything, but I feel like he's in-ring career's done.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Don't get me wrong, he can still take bumps and everything, but I think if he keeps pushing, he's probably going to end up hurt or just irrelevant.
I was waiting for it then.
Him, or neither him or Bobby for entertaining.
Right now, as a team, they've been doing alright, with MVP being his manager and all that. They've been kind of interesting to watch, but...
And rumours are they're adding a third. And whoever the third is won't be entertaining.
It'll be Dolph Ziggler.
Well, moving on to the next match.
See, he's another boring bastard.
What, Dolph?
Aye.
Aye, of course he is. But moving on to the next match. It's an eye for an eye match. This is Rey Mysterio versus Seth Rollins.
This is the match I was
talking.
This is the match I was talking about earlier when I said there was a match more horrible than the name.
Well, I was about to say, who's your pick anyway, Tom?
Well, do you know the only way to win the match?
It's to pull out the other person's eye.
Yes, literally from the socket. So I don't know how they're going to pull this one off.
It'll either be a prosthetic eye,
well, no,
or it'll be CGI.
No, what's going to happen is it's going to become a triple threat match. The WWE have signed Michael Bisping, and Michael Bisping's going to lose. He's the only person I know who's got a prosthetic eye who can fight.
Fair enough.
Right, this is one of my outlandish and kind of outlandish, but not outlandish at the same time, predictions. It needs to go this way if I'm getting the point. I'm saying Rey Mysterio is winning the match, but Buddy Murphy is going to lose his eye first, and then Seth Rollins is going to lose his. Because Buddy Murphy is going to sacrifice himself for Seth Rollins, and that's going to happen, and then after the match Kevin Owens is going to get involved in some way.
Fair enough.
What about Austin Theory? What about Austin Theory? What about his poor eye?
Where's Austin Theory been?
Exactly.
Leave him alone, leave him safe.
No, honestly, I don't give a fuck.
Are you a veto in this match?
Mate, I want to veto the whole card.
I like this rivalry.
Right.
This rivalry is actually really interesting. It just doesn't need this whole eye for an eye shite.
Yeah.
Well, Ian, you can veto this entire card if you want, but it does mean that you take the loss.
No, because Thomas has already got every single one wrong.
Fair enough. Then you both draw.
What?
No,
which means you both take the punishment.
They shouldn't do. Why not just do an Extreme Rules match? Just go with the name. Just go with the name of the fucking pay-per-view and do that match. But no, you have to do some shitty fucking stupid bullshit match. I need to say that.
We could have just done a stretcher match.
There's been so many stretcher matches and stretcher.
It's better than a fucking eye for an eye match.
They want to put on. Well, Vince wants to put on a lot of cinematic matches nowadays, don't they? Because of the pandemic and that. and he wants to protect his superstars. So
They should have done a chicken coop match in the middle of Mexico.
But either way, who have you got, Ian? Are you actually vetoing this, or are you taking somebody?
No, I think Seth should win.
I'm also going for Seth Rollins. I feel like Seth's got to take out Ray's eye, and that'll be the big open door for Dominic.
It's not
so both of you two are saying they're going to permanently blind Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Right, so he won't be able to see because he's not got used to one of his eyes already because that got shoved into his steel steps.
Well, it looks like Ray's retiring soon anyway, so...
What? Who said he could do like a whole John Moxley thing in AEW where he's like, fuck you, I've actually got my eye.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well, next up...
You know what WWE like? They're like, look, we steal ideas, but we did it first.
Well, next up, we have the SmackDown Women's Championship match. This is Bayley versus Nikki Cross, and we will start with Brian. I'm going to take Bayley to retain. I'll talk about it later. On to Thomas.
I've got Nikki to take the title off here.
Any explanation?
I've got a feeling that they're pushing for a multi-branded, like Sasha, Bayley, and Sasha and Bayley with the tag team titles. So they just need Bayley to drop the SmackDown Women's Championship, so they can do it. So that they can actually be tied down to one brand.
Fair enough. Ian.
Bayley, Nikki Cross is getting on my nerves.
I like her right now, like the whole shouting at Cole and all that. I love it.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Nah, since they put her on the main roster, her character's gone shit.
No, I like it.
She was better when she was mean.
She still is.
No, I mean back in the Sanity days.
So next up, we've got Asuka versus Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's Championship. We will start with Ian.
Shayna Baszler. I think she should come out and just kick the shit out of Asuka and set that up for the next pay-per-view.
Well, she just was on, didn't she?
Yeah. But now Asuka will win.
Fair enough.
I'm saying the same.
You're going Asuka as well?
Asuka retention, aye.
I am going Asuka, but I will only take it if Asuka retains by being attacked by Bayley.
Why Bayley?
No, right, I've got a feeling that Bayley's going to come out, attack Asuka, right? Asuka's going to overcome it, and Bayley's going to inadvertently cost Sasha the match, setting up Sasha versus Bayley the way that it should be. Sasha should only be interested in the SmackDown Women's Championship, as it's the only one she's no fucking held.
I don't agree with everybody wanting to break up Bayley and Sasha.
No, but the reason behind it is, Tom, we've been waiting for this rivalry on the main roster for years.
I don't know, but I don't know if it'd work well on the main roster because it worked fantastic in NXT.
Don't need to break them up to have a match against each other.
No, I feel like you do. With these two.
Nah, you really don't. Because look at it in the Cruiserweight tournament. DIY. They had a fucking fantastic match against each other. They went broke up.
Aye, but I'm saying with Sasha and Bayley, there needs to be a heel and a face. There needs to be that pure emotion for whoever's the babyface.
They'll probably turn it around as well. Keep Bayley as the heel and turn Sasha face.
Sasha doesn't work as a face.
Aye, but That's what they probably do.
So next up, we have the WWE Championship. Drew McIntyre versus Dolph Ziggler. Stipulation to be announced.
You've got the virus.
That'll be an Extreme Rules match.
Nah, I don't know. It's Dolph Ziggler to pick the stipulation because Drew McIntyre turned around and said, the least I can do for you is give you the choice of stipulation. And then Dolph turned around and said, well, he's not going to announce it until Extreme Rules. So I think it could be another cinematic match.
Well, do you know what? I'm changing this one up. You ready to shit yourselves?
You're gonna say, don't say Dolph.
This one, we're not picking the winner because we're all going to say Drew anyway.
What?
This one,
a stipulation of the match.
Yep, this one is pick the stipulation of the match.
Right. He gets to pick any stipulation he wants, right? Any whatsoever. This is where wrestling is stupid. Because if you're put in that situation and you have half a brain, you'd be like, right, I picked the stipulation where if we fight, I can't lose.
No, my stipulation would be easy, right? You just go, right, I want a last man standing match where you're handcuffed to the bottom rope.
No, you can still work your way around it. You can stand on the outside.
Thomas, if they're handcuffed to the bottom rope, you can just kick them in the side of the head and they go down.
Yeah, but you can prop yourself up. You would be able to prop yourself up.
Aye, but then you still can't use your horns.
So?
Doesn't mean you have to stay tied to the bottom rope.
They could get their own way out, aye, true. But either way, Ian, what stipulation are you going with?
If Dolph loses, you need to go back to fucking non-irrelevancy.
Aye, but it's Dolph picking it though.
I wouldn't
Why
mind.
would Dolph pick that?
No, I mean, I know, I'm taking the piss. I wouldn't mind seeing like a 3 stages of hell match.
Fair enough.
So is that your prediction for it?
Yeah, I know it's not going to happen, right? But
Thomas?
I've got, I've got Drew McIntyre has to fight handcuffed.
Fair enough. I am going to go with... Right, I don't know who it'll be, but I'm going to go with a 2-on-1 handicap match.
Actually, can I change my prediction to if Drew McIntyre uses Claymore, he gets disqualified, and if he gets disqualified, Drew McIntyre
loses the title.
He loses the title.
Because you've done it before with the RPO, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. And the weird part is, do you know the thing that I've got up with all the matches? Randy Orton's actually mentioned in it. But
it's because apparently there's plans ahead of this, but we'll talk about that off camera. Well, off of this.
Fair enough. Well, we now move on to the final match that I have, and it is Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt in a Wyatt Swamp fight, non-title. This is not for the championship.
Do you want my prediction first?
Go for it.
Right, for this, the end of the match has to go like John Cena comes ripping out of an alligator and then uses the head to beat down Bray Wyatt. Then out comes The Rock, gives John Cena rock bottom into another alligator, and then Braun Strowman wins the match.
Where the fuck have you got that?
Well, John Cena has to be involved, and John Cena and The Rock, so...
Thomas?
It's a cinematic match as well. Would you actually put it past Vince today, something like that.
It could be. Instead of John Cena, it could be John Cena.
John Cena. I wish
John Cena.
I wish it was John Cena.
No, what's your actual prediction?
An alligator to win.
Right, Tom's just locked that in as his final prediction.
Yeah.
Ian?
Who we got? Brody Lee.
Brody Lee, there you go.
He's gonna turn up. He's gonna turn up from AEW. No,
It's Mr. Brody Lee.
Aye, Mr. Brody Lee.
Mr. I don't give a fuck. No,
John Moxley. Actually, no, Brian Cage.
Nah, it'll be boom, boom, Colt Cabana.
they're gonna keep the title on Braun, and it's just a
It's a non-title match.
alright. Then Bray should win.
Well, we're meant to be getting 3 stages of, 3 faces of Braun leading up to SummerSlam.
Three faces of Bray, you mean?
Bray, sorry, no Braun.
See, that's where mine comes into play. If this was a title match, I probably would have said I'd prefer Bray Wyatt to win it. But, since it's non-title, I kind of want Bray to lose this.
But is he fighting Bray Wyatt or the Fiend?
He's
fighting Bray Wyatt. He's
the-
fighting,
the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt.
aye.
Yeah, the Eater of Worlds is gonna get his ass kicked.
Because we all know the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt, is actually shite.
So I'm saying Braun to
No,
win this.
the character was good. The booking was shit.
Aye. But I'm saying Braun to win this, and then the next fight will obviously be for the title, and he'll be against the Fiend, and that's where the Fiend wins.
Hmm.
And then Roman comes back.
Aye, and then Roman comes back, and then Roman gets given the fucking company masthead.
Yeah.
Literally,
No,
fucking Vince comes out and signs the company over to Roman.
Well, have you seen that?
He deserves the title because he was meant to be getting the title after fucking Goldberg, wasn't he, at WrestleMania?
Well, he at least deserves a big title match. Even if he doesn't get the win, he deserves a big title match, like a huge one.
We're finished now with the predictions.
Aye, that's it, finished.
Before we sign off, I have something about. Have you heard that he's considering selling the company to Saudi Arabia?
Oh, fuck off. If he does that, judging by the crowd reaction, right, to every single match that's over in Saudi, WWE will tank, AEW will thrive. 10 years later, we'll be talking about this, and WWE will be talked about like WCW.
Because Liam sent it me, right? Like a picture saying, Vince to sell WWE to Saudi. I went, why would they do that? I went, it's making 500 million over the next 10 years. I went, Shawn Michaels, I said, Shawn Michaels did one match, made 3.5 million. So that's how much the Legends make. I went, Saudi pay for all the travel, all this. I went, he signed deals with the USA Network for Raw and SmackDown for Fox. Then TV deals make over 2.5 billion between them.
And NXT. NXT's on USA as well.
Yeah, but when not on the money fucking they're getting for Raw on USA.
But still a decent amount, though.
Fucking nowhere near. The Raw's TV deal is 1.5 billion.
Aye, I'm not saying it's anywhere near. I'm saying it's still a decent amount, though.
Well, we all know Vince won't sell.
But
no, I think if Vince sells, Triple H will kill him.
And WWE has his pride and joy as his baby, innit?
No, fucking Triple H would kill him.
Well, gone on to punishments. I titled this punishment, Pick Your Poison. We will decide our very own punishments, but that's not to say we've got to go as hard as we can for instance, my punishment, if I lose this, I'm already gone for a table, but if I lose, we will be adding thumbtacks on top of the table.
Okay. Well, for my punishment, I'll say,
We do have kendo stick, we've got chair, we've got a lot of stuff.
I'll take the chair. I'll take the chair to the back.
One shot for each you get rang.
Sure, if you want.
I'll do a shot of Brian's hot sauce and throw up, most likely.
I've not got any hot sauce.
Oh, do you not have any left?
What in painful
No.
ones? He's pushing
I
it with
mean,
hot one.
that'd be painful. I'd end up fucking crying off Brian's hot sauce. I find fucking mild hot sauce fucking hot at times.
Come on, Ian, it's the final punishment video, make it a good one.
Choke slam on Lego.
Fuck off.
Oh, go on.
Ow.
I'd date that. Right,
Well,
right.
You couldn't even shot slam Brian onto a chair.
Ian.
Or how about Ian takes the chair shots, and I take a choke slam onto Lego.
You up for that, Ian?
Fuck it.
There we go. If Ian loses, Ian is facing chair shots. If Thomas loses, Tom is getting choke slammed onto Lego. And if I lose, I'm getting put through a table that's covered in thumbtacks.
How about this? If Thomas loses, Thomas gets choke slammed onto Brian through a table whilst Brian has Lego on his body.
That's too convoluted. We couldn't pull that off. Do you really think, Ian, do you think either of us three are that smart?
Or how about Thomas does a frog splash off a ladder onto Brian, who's covered in Lego, to put him through the table.
Goodness Christ, Ian. What about if you lose, you get stabbed in the arse? Or else you get tased in the butthole?
Well, a minute, let's keep in theme with this pay-per-view. Loser gets their eye gouged out.
Aye. Or else the loser has to wrestle with an alligator or something.
Nah, you've seen this. You've seen fucking Too Fast Too Furious. The loser has to do the rat trap.
But either way, we want to thank everybody for listening. Thank everybody who's... Well, actually, we could save this till the next video, can't we?
Well, this is Pterodactyl Tom for the final time. What?
Wanker.
That's Ian saying wanker for the final time. Well, no.
Nah, I'll probably
You-
say about it.
You'll say it in the next video.
Yeah, definitely.
But thanks for tuning in, and like I said before, if you want to continue watching us, we do have a main channel that will continue to go.
And it will
you can
include
find
some...
it in...
Sorry.
You can find it in the description. It's Scaryline and Co. That's no stopping.
And there will be some wrestling content on there.
Aye.
And Brian does punish some dumb shit too.
Aye, I do a lot of dumb shit on there as well. But aye, thanks for listening.
Brian's done the thing he does, he's fucking existing.
Au revoir.